Good afternoon, Bobcats. Tonight's homework help is for Daily Common Core Review Sheet 12-1. And let's get started. Question number 1. There are 12 dogs in a puppy training class. 10 of them have learned to sit. What fraction of the dogs have learned to sit? So 10 out of the 12 have learned to sit. Now all you have to do is simplify that. Question number 2. Grace buys a set of 14 notebooks, and each notebook has 85 pages. What is the total number of pages for all the notebooks? So for this one, you're going to want to do 85 times 14. Question number 3. Anna, Pedro, and Cara own a shop. They agree to share the profit equally. If the profit is $5,902, which is the best estimate of each owner's share? So you're going to do that, divide that by 3. Now you could round this to 5,902 rounds to, that's pretty close to 6,000. And if you do 6,000 divided by 3, what would that give you? And then we're dividing it by 3 because that represents Anna, Pedro, and Cara. Question number 4. The drawing shows a shelf from a corner cabinet. What is the area of the shelf in square inches? Now, normally, if we were to do the area of a rectangle, we would do length times width. So we would do 16 times 12. Now, but this isn't a rectangle. However, we can still figure out the area using this method. So you can do 16 times 12. And once you get that, because we cut this rectangle in half, you can take that answer and you can divide it by 2. And that will tell you what the area is of this triangle in square inches. Now, the last one. This one's kind of a tricky one. A rectangular rug has a base and a height with a perimeter of 30 feet. Now remember, perimeter is equal to, you add all the sides. Okay, now both B and H are whole numbers between 5 and 10. Fill in the blanks to complete this sentence. The area of the rug is at least what, but not greater than blank. Okay, so the least amount that it could be is if you had, if one side was 5, and then the other sides were 10. That's the smallest you can make it. Because when you find the area, now remember area is length times width, the area of this would be 50 feet. Now, how did I know that 2 sides need to be 5 and 2 sides need to be 10. Well, remember you have to get to a perimeter of 30 feet. So if I add all 4 of these sides, it would give me 30. 5 plus 5 is 10, and 10 plus 10 is 20. 10 plus 20 is 30. Okay, so it has to at least be 50 feet. Now, what's the greatest amount that it could be? Okay, so if we have a rectangle, and instead of 5, let's make the side 6. What's 6 plus 6? Well, that's 12. And 30 minus 12 is 18. So then these sides would be 9. Okay. Now, what's the area of this rectangle? Well, that's 6 times 9 is 54. So that one's 54 feet. Well, let's see if we can get it any higher. So let's try a different rectangle. And this time, instead of it being 6 and 9, let's make it 7. 7 plus 7 is 14. 30 minus 14 is 16. And half of 16 is 8. Now, what would be the area of 7 by 8? That would be 56 feet. Okay, so 56 feet is actually going to be the largest area that you could get. So that would be 56 feet. I hope that answers any questions that you have. If you need any extra help, you can come to Homework Help. And I hope that you guys get this done early so you can get outside and enjoy the beautiful weather. Have a fantastic afternoon.